Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Happy Tuesday to everybody. Just getting started right here. Got another new IG interview right here. Hopefully you guys can hear me very well. And you'll see my very special guest coming in next minute or two. We're just getting everything situated. Hey Philip. Special guest, send me the request so we can put you on here, sir. Let's get this. Just give us a few, you guys. Just want to make sure we get that special guest together. But thank you everybody that's watching this right now. Hi Chris, how are you doing? Hey J Jamal, or say J dot Jamal official. So just give us a few right here. We're just trying to get everything together on my end. Hi Steve, how you doing? Hey bro, how are you? Alrighty, you guys, we're about to bring our right now.
Hey, hey.
Hey, how you doing?
All right now.
Good, how are you?
All
Alrighty,
right.
everybody. Start this
Yeah.
right here. Special guest right. That's our special guest right here. His name is Philip White right here. He is a gospel. Well, should I say gospel or should I say contemporary gospel artist? Or you want me to say gospel artist? How you want me to?
Gospel is cool. Contemporary, just throw that in there too. Yeah, yeah.
Well, you guys know right there. That's who it is. His name is Philip White. And enough about me talking about who you are. Why don't you introduce yourself to the people right here?
Wow. Well, first of all, I want to say I'm glad to be on your platform, Kenneth, man. I really appreciate this.
Thank
I
you, man.
wanna
So we
yeah, man. I want to say shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, my name is Philip White. I'm a gospel contemporary artist, and I've been doing this for a minute. And I just want you guys to know, Kenneth has been awesome with almost every single I put out. He's shown a lot of support, and we got a lot of things going on. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. It's been long. I had to wear my one of my friends Tyson Cruz have this shirt called Praise Hustle Shine.
Uh-huh.
But we gonna get into your thing in a bit.
Yeah.
I didn't forget about your thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Charmel, I know you said my audio's breaking up a little bit. So just bear with me, Philip. If I'm going in and out.
I hear you. I hear you.
Alrighty. Now, as far as since you just introduced yourself, a lot of people don't know because I reviewed your singles and everything, and then you have an album. He has an album out, you guys, that's been out probably last year. You say?
Last year. Yeah, in May last year. Yeah.
Yeah, my birthday month, May. Yeah.
Mine too. Mine too.
Mine too. Well, I know that. We cool like that.
Right.
It's called Heart to Heart, and he released some great songs. But the current single he has out right now is called I Trust You.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as your, because we know you have music and everything, can you give us like a background when you first started, your music career?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. So I'm in Nashville, Tennessee right now, and so I got started just coming to Nashville, Tennessee, and making my rounds at gospel events and R&B events. You see Shanice one week, and another week you see the Clark sisters. So Nashville has like everything. So I started with working on singles. I started working with Juan Winans and different people like that. I worked with Montreal Derrick. That's the new single that's out right now called I Trust You.
Mm-hmm.
So I just tried to pull in everything collectively. I mean, I had songwriters from Canada, Canadian songwriters. I had everybody just pulled it in, and I wanted to make a eclectic gospel album. You know, I wanted to. We did remakes by Pastor Marvin Winans, Shuji. I turned around and would do more like a folk song later. Like we just pulled all kind of different elements together. So my journey as an artist, a gospel artist, has been just really trying to reach as many people as possible. When I got to Nashville, it was like a culture shock because I'm originally from Florida. And so when I got here, it was like such a melting pot.
No wonder I like you, because you know I'm in Florida too. No wonder
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
What part of Florida are you in?
I'm in the Miami Gardens area. You know the Miami area?
Yeah.
I'm in that area.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you know, I've been out in almost every area of Florida. I was born and raised there, and so I've traveled different spots in Florida. Just like a 2-hour drive here and there. So
mind you, everybody, while we're saying this right here, we're just finding out a lot of information. So by the way, we've been friends for a bit, but we're not out that deep. So that way, if you guys are wondering what we're talking about, and if he's saying some stuff and I may be saying some stuff, that way you guys know this is a genuine thing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But go ahead with your story. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, so just saying, yeah, I really had to take songwriting to another level and just really do what I could to incorporate different things. Like for instance, you can become so contemporary that you forget some of the roots. So there's like one song that I know you like, Kenneth, on my album called Every Step of the Way, which is just me and the
song right there. Yes, you know that.
Yeah. I just wanted to go back for a minute and just, you know, because you can just become so produced and programmed or whatever when you try to do what I call the Mary thing, or just, you know, just the whole thing where you're just so progressive. But I want to make sure that every element of gospel was on the album that we did on Heart to Heart. So it's available on iTunes. I have this experience has made me grow, and I'm looking forward to so much more. Yeah.
Yeah, one of my friends that's on here, he loves your album, Death. It says, well, I ain't gonna say that certain words, but you'll see his name on there. Say, Christy, you know what word, but you ain't gonna say that out loud. But know the name right there.
Love it. I appreciate it.
You'll see it right there. Don't say it out loud, Phil. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
he loves your album to death. Because, you know, he told me, he was like, yo, please tell him I love his album. Because he's seen a lot of people seen the stuff I've done for you on my YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. But you guys can subscribe too, but we don't get that in a bit. But anyway, and his too. But anyway, you know, a lot of people don't realize that, you know, you put a lot out there, and I've seen some stuff that I didn't know. Like when I went on, hey Aaron, I see all my friends are on here right now. Sorry about that. No, but I've seen a lot of stuff like when I went on YouTube. I didn't know I think you was on Dorinda Clark Cole's show.
Yeah, yes I was. Yeah, I enjoyed being on there, and that was, mind you, I was on the show. I did not know that they were even working on a movie like that or any of that. So my stuff ended up airing
by surprise.
Yeah, it caught me by surprise. But she is wonderful. I you know, I think about you the same way I think about her. Just she has opened her platform up to me. That was like my second time being on there, and she is so gracious. That they are. I know the movie show, their mother, Maddie Moss Clark, and all of that, and how they can be throwing shoes and stuff. Yeah. But they actually are so sweet. That is a sweet lady, Dorinda Clark Cole. So I enjoy being there.
You know, I like her. I like Dorinda Clark Cole because you know, so funny. This is one thing I found out. This is a fun fact, so that way people know. Her and my mother have the same birthday.
Wow.
I didn't know that until I found out a while back, and I was like, wow.
That's awesome. Yeah, just really, I remember the first time I came on her show. This is when I kind of first moved to Nashville, and I didn't have an album or anything together. I got the call to come on the show. I remember I didn't have a CD, a picture, nothing. At the time, CDs were what you use.
We know what you mean, don't worry.
She got on to me in such a nice way. She said, don't ever show up to anything without something in your hand. And I thought she was going to tell me I couldn't record and everything. She still let me on anyway. I sung my song. So that's my story. But they're always teaching, every Clark system, and I tell you, they're always teaching you something. They're always sharing something with you, give you a chance. So.
And so you said the Clark sisters were teaching people something to learn about every day.
Yeah.
As far as your album, Heart to Heart, how was the process of recording that album?
The process of recording that, you know, I really had to take my time. because there's one song on there called "A Heart Like Mine" that actually has a very kind of a country twang to it, kind of sounds good. I went in with a group, with a member of a group by the name of Sawyer Brown, in country music, country pop music, and his name is Shane Hill, and he produced that record, and so he brought the whole band in, and then we had live singers. I mean, none of this was quick and fast. We had to take our time. So each song, I had to understand the quality of music. Same thing with Chuji. The process for that, I mean, first half of the day you recording with the band. Second half of the day the choir comes in, you know, and we took our time with the record. We mixed it appropriately. I mean, if you want to make good music, you really got to put your heart, your mind, your soul into it. And in gospel, you want to make sure you minister, but you also want to make sure that it's excellent. It's where it needs to be. Because once you put it out there, you can't say, "Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh, I'm so sorry." Because once it's out there, it's out there. It's
take it back.
Yeah.
Now, since you did all that, and you know, how have you been enjoying? How's the feedback been from Heart to Heart lately?
I have been pleasantly surprised and blessed. People have said to me that you know, it's that they feel encouraged, and I didn't know how people were going to feel about it, because when you're doing gospel music, sometimes people are like, yawning, you know, they don't really want to take the time to listen. Sometimes it's not popular music, but it has been a warm reception. People have really.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now, we got a question that's on here that I'm gonna, you know, I didn't want to cut you off when you were talking, but I want to make sure we finish before we say anything.
Okay. Oh yeah. Question here. Okay, so this is Miss Melody. Okay.
Yes. What is your feeling about the current general state of music today, and who do you currently listen to? That's a good question, because I was about to get into that right there, but I'm glad Miss Melody.
Okay. Yeah, you know what the feeling about current general state of music, I feel like, especially as a gospel artist, things are really coming together in terms of almost like we just need hope. We need a lot right now. And so whether you're a gospel artist, pop artist, country, whatever, the current state of music is this digital thing, and it's been hard because you don't know if people are going to listen. You know, folks are just now getting on to digital music and everything. And so the business side is still tricky, because it's kind of like, you know, the money situation, and you're compensated, and everything is just moving so fast. But it's become a even playing field, to where if you don't have a record deal per se, you can still find a form of distribution and get out there, where before you really couldn't do that. You know, so it's just it's still trying to work it out. But current state of music, we're still searching, we're still trying to find our way, but it's getting there. Who I'm currently listening to now, believe it or not, not believe it or not, I listen to her a lot.
I love her.
Yeah.
She's watching this, or anybody.
Yeah.
We're gonna say that right there. We're gonna put that out there.
Yes, I listen to them, and then but I'm a 90s person, y'all. So I'm still on stuff like a lot of the 90s music, as far as gospel and R&B is concerned, and so like pop music. So the artists would be like I see you had Shanice up here.
Yeah.
Last week.
If anybody seen that interview or haven't seen it, go check it out. After watching this live right here and watching this with Philip and I. Anyway, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So 90s. So still a lot of just a lot of the Boys to Men. I still go to that old stuff. And then as far as gospel is concerned, we talked about the Clarks earlier. The Winans is like a go-to for me.
I love them.
Yeah. So but then even still in current music, like R&B male artists, a lot of Tank, a lot. And then Chris Brown is still like an R&B pop type thing. So I just keep it. I mix it up.
Now, one thing we're gonna put out there, because you know, you and I, we both have talked about this. And one of my friends, he does R&B. His name is Steve. Steve Music. He's great too. You need to check him out one day.
Will do.
Definitely check him out, because he's a great artist right there. Well, I know one person that, you know, we both are excited about. He will, you know, Philip will tell you the truth. And I think everybody will tell you the truth. We both are huge Brandy fans.
Yeah.
We waiting for B7 to come out on Friday, July 30th.
I can't wait. I was just going to say something. I cannot wait.
You know, I had to put that out.
Brandy, what I would say about her is that one thing I talk about is background vocals with her. any real R&B or gospel artist will tell you. I'm telling you, pop, you know, country, the background, the chords that she uses, her mind, her musical mind, amazing, and the way she put it down in the studio, just for that one thing right there, background vocals, it reinvented the game. You know, everybody about full moon, but
have gospel artists like yourself, people who love her.
Yeah.
That are putting stuff out there. But see, a lot of people don't realize, like you said, you like the Winans, you love Brandy. You have a lot of artists who are very eclectic and different. But if somebody had to say, what makes you stand out from the pack of different people who are out there, maybe independent-wise, because you know you are, a lot of people don't know he's independent.
Yes.
But what makes you stand out more than everybody else who's independent? What can you say about yourself that if anybody wants to know, be like, okay, who's Philip White? Why am I watching this interview? Or maybe why am I going to get into his music? What should make me sell it? So go ahead.
You know what? I think what makes me different is that I'm actually, young or what have you, but I'm pulling from old school. And a lot of young people today, like I said, I feel like we're still searching. Younger people today, we got to make sure that we're remembering what this music thing was really all about, real music. I don't care what your genre is. I don't care if it's techno, whatever. You still got to keep the basics down. And so I pull, man, from all the way back. I mean, you talk about that single, I Trust You. Oh, when Montreal Derrick, it was formerly of Commission. When he, Gospel Commission, yeah. Yeah, when he pulled that record together for me, he was, there's some interview somewhere of him talking about it. He was pulling like the Beatles and the Bee Gees. He was pulling that.
I thought I heard when I was
it was that, and then he was mixing, just the basics of R&B. So when we say eclectic, we're not just throwing that word around. We're using different elements of music to make something solid, because that's what it's all about. Is composing music, no matter what the genre is. So I would say what makes me stand out is that composition. Each song has a compository element to it. We are producing, we're making these records, and that's what I want to be known for, somebody who actually makes real solid records.
Cool. Now, a lot of people don't know that. Well, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put it out there a little bit. Don't get mad if you don't feel like answering this. You don't have to answer this.
Oh, good.
But I know a lot of people don't realize you're married and you have 3 kids.
Yeah.
And shout out to his wife Dia. Hi,
baby Dia.
His wonderful kids, who they're beautiful looking children. How are they taking you as like the gospel artist plus being husband and daddy? How is that going? That balance? If you
Wow, you know what okay. So what we do with how I deal with marriage, family, everything. Real life is real life. Music is something else. So although I love music, my children, my wife, my family, that comes first. God comes first in my life.
Amen.
So when I'm putting God first, I'm definitely putting them first, and that's another thing too. We don't put church life first. Just stop to tell you, we don't make a life and career just out of church. Family is still first. So what I did though, it was so interesting. I didn't plan this for my album. I don't really have any features on my album. My features actually is my wife and my children. I'll tell you how. Choosy is a remake of the Winans song. Vanessa Bell Armstrong was featured on that. It was my wife's idea to do that song.
I love that song. I know. We talked about that privately.
I love that song. Yeah, we can talk about Choosy more. And then we had an idea to put my children on the record. They're singing Jesus Loves Me. So at the top of the record is me and my wife, and at the back of the record is my children. So those are my features, my family. So that kind of is, I didn't plan it that way, but that kind of shows you where my heart is in terms of that. So my family. So yeah.
Good. That's good to know, because I just want to know that, because we're friends and everything. A lot of people don't realize we don't talk about a lot of this stuff like privately. You and I, we haven't talked about, especially when we talk. We don't really talk about just the music or just private life. We just be talking just as friends. So a lot of people don't really know that side of what we talk about, and a lot of people don't know that side. Yeah, even though you see me talking to people like maybe yourself, Shanice, and other people, a lot of them, like everybody that you've seen on my live, I know them personally. So it's not like, especially we know each other personally. So it's like, I don't go into all that. But as far as like, we talk about music, but who would be your dream collaborations that you had to pick Pick your top 5 dream collaborations with people. It could be for any genre of music.
Oh, that is so hard. Oh goodness.
And take time on that because we know can say some stuff.
Yeah. Some of my favorite people in the world, of course, they're not here. So it's like one person is like would have been Whitney Houston, but that her. But I think one dream collaboration for me would be, and I've never even been asked this before, would be Stevie Wonder. Believe it or not. And I don't post about him a lot. I don't, but the way I plan out who would be my dream person to sing with was whether or not I would be scared to death on stage with them. I would be nervous anyway with a big artist, but I would be petrified to be on stage with Stevie because I would be so emotional at the sound of his voice and all his music and everything. So Stevie is one. In gospel, I would say it would be Pastor Marvin Winans.
Okay.
I would love to do something with. I would love to do something with Brandy.
Okay.
And then I would actually. This is not a person per se, but I would actually love to do music with the London Symphony. A reason to have London Symphony accompany with me, and then let me think. I would love to do something with Chris Brown. That's another artist.
Going to see that one go down.
Yeah,
because like you said, you never know who's watching nowadays.
Yeah.
We just putting stuff out there, you guys. If anybody, because you never know who may be watching this right now, maybe knowing some people. So
hey,
out there,
hit us up. Let's make it happen. Make it happen.
Now we know you as the gospel artist and like you said, the family man. But what can we say? Because I know I'm gonna go into some off the wall stuff, and not off the wall in a bad way when I say that, because I know they say off the wall they mean like they're gonna ask the bizarre questions that you shouldn't be asking a gospel artist. But as far as as far as because we know you have because with all the quarantine, how are you dealing with the quarantine thing first off before I go into the big question?
That's been interesting. Quarantine has been, when you look at, again, family, you at the time in Nashville, we were really locked in and we weren't out and about. You get your children running around at the time. At one point, you didn't want to go outside at all. Later we started incorporating walks for my babies and everything. And then you're in the house with your, with your spouse. I'm praying for every married couple out there. You know what I'm saying? No shade, for real. When you're in the house, you with each other. You with your family. There's no getting away. I've seen that with a lot of people. It's been interesting because you don't have maybe your job to run to, or you don't have the studio to go to, or whatever it is. You're there with each other, and this is just a time to really connect. And then just hearing from other people. People who are dealing with COVID and everything, some losses we've had. Quarantine has been interesting, to say the least. But we've been doing great, to be honest.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now here's the big question I'm gonna go into, because I know this is not a bad thing, so you don't have to worry about you being in the hot seat. But because a lot of people, we know you as a gospel artist, but what are you watching on TV and movie wise? What have been the movies and TV shows you've been watching lately with all this going on dealing with quarantine?
Yeah, you know what? It's hard with TV because everything is so streaming now. I'm a fan of anything the Braxtons related. I've always watched that all the time. I watch.
Don't feel bad. I love them too.
Yeah. I watch. My wife and family we watch Greenleaf.
I was hoping you was gonna say that, because I'm gonna say, can you see any correlations with that from what you've seen from behind the scenes? I'm not talking about behind the scenes in your family. I'm talking about gospel world.
You know what? Greenleaf. I love Greenleaf. I have to say it is very much like what you can see. It's true to form. Some of it's sensationalized or whatever, but it is a TV show. But it is great. It's a great show. It shows many different layers, different dimensions. Shout out to Deborah Joy. I know her personally, and also her brother Juan, because he wrote on.
Yeah, of course.
So shout out to them for great.
That's Charity. Was it Charity?
Yeah, her
Charity.
Deborah Joy is Charity.
guys were wondering who Philip and I are talking about.
Yeah, they have done great work. So we lock into that. As a matter of today is Tuesday. It's coming on tonight.
Yes.
So yeah. So shout out to Greenleaf. Yeah, watch that. My wife watches a lot of the midwives and just I'm always busy or whatever. I don't get into TV as much, but yeah, you get your housewives on and whatever's coming across BET and Sunday Best.
Yeah, I love Sunday Best. Would you like to make an appearance? Like, would you like to perform on Sunday Best? Would that be like a dream thing you want to do?
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah, I would love to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Kirk Franklin, Sunday Best. It's all platforms. Well, I've been to one of the live shows. It was not last season was season 9, right? So this it was season 8. It was the year Dathan Thigpen won. I was there for the final finale. Yeah.
Now let's get to the big thing with Philip, because I know I asked all those questions because a lot of people want to know those questions.
Yes.
Let's get into the "I Trust You" single, which we already went to a little bit, but let's get merchandise. Let's go inside the song with the merchandise. So go ahead.
Yes. So "I Trust You." That was like the last single from my album. I felt like it was really appropriate for where we are now. We were talking about COVID-19 and everything earlier. Also, shout out to everybody who's been speaking on here. I see you guys on here. I'm not ignoring you at all. Thank you guys for tuning in. But yeah, "I Trust You" is a great single that was on my album, produced by Montreal Derrick, and who has done great work with all kinds of people like Dave Hollister and Kim Burrell and everybody. So anyway, he produced that record, and it just felt like that record that we needed it at this time. COVID-19. So we made a full-on campaign about it. We released it as a single, and we did a video for it. It's on Vivo right now. "I Trust You." And also, show us up, Steve Music. And also, we did T-shirts. So go to thephilipwhite.com and you can get black T-shirts, white T-shirts, hoodies, everything. I mean, it's
your boy up too, because I'm gonna try and get one of them shirts too.
We're gonna get it to you, Kenneth. We're gonna get it to you, man. I want you to represent. So yeah,
I like the white shirt. I like the black shirt too. So I'm just
okay.
But anyway, go ahead. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. So hey, listen, no, I'm glad we're talking about it. So go to thephilipwhite.com, and I don't know how to. I wish I could pin stuff on it. I don't know how to do that.
Even if it doesn't pin on here, we're gonna put it on YouTube. So that way,
okay, sweet.
Don't you worry.
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So thephilipwhite.com and check it out, man. It's the video is up there. The merchandise is there, and we are excited. We had a great response from that as well. I didn't know. I'm not the artist thing. I'm getting into it, so I didn't know whether or not people would be on board with the merchandise. But as you can see,
of course,
yeah,
the merchandise I got from my friend Ty Cruz.
Yeah,
because if I had "I Trust You" on here, if I would have known about it before, if we known about it before, well, if I would have known about it before, I would have wore it during this interview. But,
I know you always so supportive.
Video we wear that on.
Yeah.
But
so you guys check it out. There's a great response from that song. It is very encouraging, inspirational. It is just saying when you can't find the answers, you trust God for the answers. When you have lost all the emotion, everything that you poured out, everything, you can just put your hope in God, and still you can see a brighter day. And the video shoot with that was amazing. There was a rainbow that came out at the end of the shoot. And our videographer, Ricky Burchell, Before Entertainment, he caught it right then, and we were able to put it into the video. So it just was, everything about it was so inspirational. It really was.
Anything else you want to add? Because we're going to close this interview right about now, but is there anything else you want to plug up besides, we talk about the merchandise, or anything else you want to plug up?
Yeah. You guys just stay tuned to my Instagram page. You guys are on right now, Philip White _ with 1 L. Twitter is the same thing, Philip White _ Philip with 1 L. And Facebook, you can Google me, find me there. Check out my videos. We've done videos for almost every single. So there's songs like "Laid It Down" with Juan Winans. That's a video. From Heart, he wrote that one too. That's a video. We also have a video for "I Trust You." So there's "None Like You" is another record that we did. That's a really big record. So we're out here, man. Y'all check us out. Check out the merchandise on thephilipwhite.com. The album is called "Heart to Heart." Kenneth, I thank you, man. I appreciate you for sharing your platform.
But because you know, he and I've been friends for a bit, so you know, our schedules have both been so busy. So it was just good that I hit him up and he was like, "Yes."
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Philip. So much. Well, his his name, Philip White. He just promoted himself and everything. And I think you should do some acting too, because I think acting they would do good. The right acting roles. Now you know what I'm.
Yes. Yes.
But shout out to your family and everything, and and your kids. We definitely appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule because we were supposed to do this earlier, you guys, but we decided we had to push it. We were supposed to do this later, not earlier, later. But we pushed it up earlier for you guys.
Yes. Yes. I'm glad y'all
Thank
tuned in. Thank y'all so much.
But we thank you so much for doing this because you know you could have been on anybody else's platform and not even think about my platform. Even though you know we're friends and everything, but you know you could have bigger platforms. And like you said, let me promote myself so that way if your fans like you promote yourself and promote myself.
Absolutely.
I see me on Instagram as KTookes, but that's the same name I have on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And then the YouTube, you know, this YouTube show that you're gonna see when you see this on YouTube also, the KTookes Spot. It does have a Twitter page, a KTookes Spot. That way you guys can subscribe to my YouTube channel, push the bell icon, subscribe to his Philip White's YouTube channel because he has all his videos and everything, even though he said it and everything, but that way you guys can see the videos, like especially when you're talking about like I Trust You and even the website and everything. And push the bell icon so that way you get notifications for every time I drop videos and he drop videos. So that way every time we put out good content, we put out great content anyway, but anytime we put out new content, you guys will know what's going on. So that way you won't be wondering, okay, what's next video? What's going on? You'll get an email immediately. So that way you guys will know. Like we said, subscribe, show us love.
Show us love, subscribe.
And make sure you show my boy mad love with his merchandise because his merchandise is really nice. I'm going to get some stuff too, but we going to talk about that probably.
We all hooked up, man.
But like we said, Phil, we thank you so much for just taking the time out of your busy schedule. And if you guys missed this interview, it will be out on YouTube very shortly. So that way you guys won't have to worry about if his fans or any of my fans or I should say followers or just supporters, anybody else that missed it, you will see everything fully. And that's about it, you guys. So we thank you. You guys have a good Tuesday and everything.
Yes.
And talk later. So bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. Thank you all.